Hey everybody, Duel 666 back again. Here for the second half of the year. I promised you guys, and I'm going to deliver today. We're finally done with the box sets, guys. And we have a really fucking sick update here. Just excited to get into it, guys. And it's going to be all exploitation films today, guys. Not even just slasher films. We're going to go all over the place with exploitation from the 60s to the 80s. Mainly the 70s. I think there's just a couple 80s films and one 60s film, but really fucking cool update, guys. Can't wait to get into it. Music for today. I've brought music back, guys. Just got off the road with Sentinel Hill, and we played with this band called Claymore out in Arizona. You can't see the TV, but this is where I'm playing the music from. That's why I'm pointing at it. Claymore from Arizona. Speed metal, like Christian power speed metal. These guys are fucking sick, dude. You know, like, they really were on it live, man. Super, super tight band. I really dig their authentic sound, you know, from that era that they're really shooting for. And, yeah, very nice dudes as well. So, mad love to Claymore. If you dig their tunes that you're hearing, I'll have all their fucking links down below in the description like usual. Definitely go show them some fucking love regardless. And, alright. Getting ahead of myself again, guys. What are we gonna do first today? Here, for you stoners, we'll go first today. Get your fire ready. Cheers, y'all. Second half of the year. July, guys, it's in stores, so it's in home. It's what me and my wife always say. So, happy fucking spooky season, guys. We started a little early out here in July. It's fuck Christmas in July. It's Halloween in July, guys. So, got Elysian Night Owl Pumpkin Ale. You guys know I drink these every year. Finally just came across the first few 6-packs that I could find of the year and scooped them right up. So, cheers, everybody. Okay, guys, try and stay on camera here as best as I can. And I'm actually going to turn this down just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, guys, let's get into it. We're going to start in 1974, I believe, with the Centerfold Girls. This is a proto-slasher sort of deal. It's definitely like a character study as well. It's purported to be broken up into 3 different stories, and I can see that it is. It kind of is. I still feel, though, that it really just kind of is a cohesive movie at the end of it all, honestly. Just one cohesive thing. Like, it's the same guy doing the same horrible shit to different women, so... You know, your basic mid-70s proto-slasher with a bit of the rape revenge thrown in, but it doesn't really come to fruition like one of those movies. Like, no, this is just more of like a straight-up proto-slasher, in my opinion. Good kills, interesting killer that looks a lot like Austin Powers. You know, Dark Sky took this film and cleaned it up. It looks absolutely wonderful, even just on this DVD. So, if you're into exploitation and proto-slashers, this is definitely something to check out if you haven't. Definitely recommend that. Damn. These fucking assholes, man. And they got these long-ass ads now that I can't skip. Alright, we'll turn it down for now. Okay, next up we have a limited edition collection from MGM of Act of Vengeance, aka Rape Squad, y'all. This is a rape revenge film, and God, I feel like the premise of this movie is one of the most solid premises and plotline like that you could ever hope for in one of these types of movies. All the victims getting together to finally initiate justice and revenge on the fucking sick piece of shit that did them wrong, you know? And I really feel like, as cool as the setup is, it really just doesn't deliver at the end, you know? Like, it's kind of a mishmash, stupid-ass ending, in my opinion, but still a really cool film. I'm really happy to own it. I've wanted it for a long time, and this is one of the very first uses of a hockey mask in a horror movie for a villain, even before Alone in the Dark and Friday the 13th, Part 3, obviously. So, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, Act of Vengeance, 1974. Also pretty cool. I just thought the ending was a little lackluster. Okay, there's got to be some metal playing now. Sorry if it's cut off some of the song, guys. I'm doing my best to not just spam you with ads. Okay, we've got a Desert Island Classics DVD here. So you know the print is beat the fuck up and you can barely see and hear anything. This is Demented from 1980. I literally just got done rewatching this right now before filming this update. And I hope maybe somebody already has and I just don't know about it. But this film desperately deserves to be cleaned up. There's a lot of really fun shit to be had here. This movie is like a cross between a rape revenge film and a slasher film. Lots of the stylistic murder sequences and slashing sequences from slasher films are present here. It's very much a psychological slasher with the plot line of a rape revenge film. Like, I feel like the aesthetics and all the shticks from a slasher movie are present here. It's just in the vein, plot-wise, of a rape revenge film. So I definitely have to recommend this too, but only if you're down to watch some really gritty, like, bad prints. Unless you know where to find a better pressing of this, you know, like, this looks and sounds pretty bad. I'm okay with that, you know. I like to, you know, see a film no matter what, however condition it's fucking available at the time. So I enjoyed it. If you're a diehard, you probably will too. Okay, guys, gonna finish up these DVDs. We're in 1981 here with Watch Me When I Kill. This is a later giallo flick, and honestly, very lacking in my opinion. I really like the score a lot. The acting is just fine, you know. It's really just by the numbers, though. Honestly, as far as giallo films go, it's really just a by the numbers giallo. Nothing really new to the table. I think the killer is cool. I think, you know, obviously the twist is okay. It's fine. It's a functional giallo film, and I really think nothing more. It's just like, for it to come out in 1981, it kind of feels like a mid-70s film. In terms of, like, in 1981 there were way more grisly films than this out. This wasn't really a boundary pushing thing anymore. It was just kind of a continuation of the giallo art form that had begun to stagger in, you know, the late 70s. So if you like giallos a lot, definitely pick it up. Really, really cool film still if you love giallos, and I do. So happy to own it. Got a sleazy one from 1986 here. The Ray Dennis Steckler collection. I don't really know who that filmmaker is, but I guess he's purported to be pretty fucking sleazy and infamous. Here we have the Las Vegas serial killer, more of like a stalk and strangle sort of thing than a slasher film. Definitely like a rape film as well, not like really a rape revenge. He definitely is disposing and killing these women. Functions more like a slasher movie, but with almost zero slashing. There might be zero slashing. It's mainly strangulation. It's sort of a character study, but less so than the next one that I'm going to mention, honestly. The next one I'm going to mention is Murderlust from 1986, same year. And this one is definitely more of a character study akin to, like, Maniac, Don't Go in the House, the last horror film, stuff like that. You know, think Joe Spinell sort of performance. Very good performance from the lead man here. I forget what his name is. Oh, Eli Rich, that's his name. He plays the serial killer in this. And I forget who this is. These murders are, like, based off of true stories. I can't remember. It's based off of somebody's actual killings back in the day, but this is actually a really, really cool, like, it's more of a character study. Like, I would even compare it fondly to, like, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, in terms of, like, character study goodness. It's gritty. The storyline is pretty cool. I like the way he's kind of, like, figuring out that the authorities are, like, onto him, and he takes some precautions, and, you know, it's cool. I like the way the movie unfolds. I like the plot. There's not a whole lot, you know, it's just, like, sleazy murder and, like, procedural, basically, and, you know, I dig that. So this is the Intervision DVD. It looks pretty good. Both of these last flicks that I have talked about have extra films on them that I've noticed after the fact, and I have not watched any of them, so maybe I will go back and rewatch all the films on these and talk about them at some other point, but not going to do it right now. Notice too late. For now, guys, we're going to get into Blu-rays for this update. We have from my boy Dan the Sandman. This is one of the last things he let me take from his collection before he had to let his collection go. I'm still absolutely fucking miffed how he was able to do that. You know, even just to like physically and mentally let it go. Shout out to you, my boy. Hope you're doing okay, man. And you know, still got a few relics from your collection that I'm definitely going to probably return to you, I think, once you get back on your feet and I see you again. So, mad love, dude. Anyways, I digress. My boy is hopefully doing better than he was. We're going to talk about this movie. Spider Baby, 1968, I believe. 19... I can't really tell. I believe it's 1968, though, I believe. This is basically just like a strange little... It's just straight up exploitation, in my opinion. It's not really got like one running theme. There's classic horror elements. There's a lot of like backwoods sort of elements, in my opinion. You've got your classic horror cast here. You know, you've got the original The Wolfman, Lon Chaney Jr. in this movie. Sid Haig playing a really, really goofy but very fucking evil character. His sister, who is affectionately known as the Spider Baby, I would imagine. Very, very creepy fucking way of killing people and luring them to their death. Interesting movie that I don't really want to give a lot away. I think it's just one that you really should just check out. It's out there, I will say. If you're not into drive-in, just strangeness, maybe steer clear on this one. But for those of you that really, really like to go deep into the fucking treasure chest, this is a really interesting exploitation find from the late 60s that I think you'll all enjoy. We have Hotel Fear now from 1976. This is very much like a giallo mixed with a rape revenge exploitation film, in that the first half, this girl and her mother, they're running the hotel. Horrible things keep happening to them because of the guests. The guests are all fucking horrible, and they just keep increasingly more violent and rapacious and horrible, you know, like... And eventually, I believe her mother passes away, if I remember correctly, yeah. And she's just alone, waiting for her father to return. Well, worse and worse shit keeps happening. Eventually, her father does return. Shit gets fucking nasty. I dug it a lot. The very ending of this movie is, like, worth waiting for, but it's pretty dry otherwise, in my opinion. That is all I'm going to say. This is a Mondo Macabro Blu-ray, and they put up stuff like, usually from, like, Asia in my experience. Like, I have Mystics in Bali from this label. It's usually, like, Asian stuff like that, but got a Spanish-Italian giallo right here. Just fine. Only for the diehards, in my opinion, though. Okay, guys, we have two more here. We have The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 1976. A procedural proto-slasher sort of deal. It's definitely got your, like, stylized kills and a really cool masked killer. And it's also based on a true story that's also an unsolved series of murders in the Texarkana area. So that's pretty fucking cool. I actually came across this movie by accident years and years ago when I first started collecting, because I saw the remake before I saw this. And I saw this like not too long after, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to finally get my hands on a copy of it, but finally do own it, and it's one of the very, very best 70s proto-slashers in my opinion. Has really fun procedural scenes and stuff like that. I've become more of a fan of that sort of stuff, you know, as I get older. So, yeah, I don't know. Just if you really enjoy a stylized, ruthless fucking proto-slasher, like not necessarily in the vein of a classic slasher, just something that establishes those roots, check this out for sure. Okay, and then we have here a psychological, religious, strange cult-like slasher here as well, to top off our fucking list. Today we have 1981's A Day of Judgment. This movie is pretty fucking cool, man. I think this might be the best one of the update. I had no idea it even existed up until like a month ago when I got my hands on a copy of it, and I really enjoy it. It reminds me kind of tone-wise of like Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, and really folky, wholesome stuff like that, you know, like country, backwoods characters, but not in a bad way, you know, just like really like country Ken sort of stuff. And I like that wholesome vibe to it. It's like a very old world vibe that you don't see even in older movies, you know, from this time. Like in the 80s, you would it was kind of uncommon in horror, I would say, to have like a period piece sort of deal like this. And it wasn't even a period piece. Like this was present day, just rural, you know, rural America. But it comes off as very old world because, you know, in certain parts of, you know, America in 1981, it still looked very like 19th century, you know, and a lot of people still were behaving, you know, amongst those traditions and whatnot. This movie plays off of the South and its old traditions very much, you know. And I think it's made by the same people that made Death Screams 1981 from the same year. Definitely a ton of the same vibes and quite a few of the same actors and actresses in both films. So if you like Death Screams 1981, which is a classic slasher in my opinion, very plot hole and you know, stupid, but still one of my favorites. I don't think that's actually the same band, so we're gonna go ahead and just turn that down. And yeah, honestly, like I said, I think this is the best of the update. Not a conventional slasher, more of a psychological, strange little fiasco, if you ask me, but very cool, very much worth checking out. And Severin did a wonderful job putting it out. It looks fantastic, sounds fantastic. And if you're looking for something off your radar that you just like, you want something different as far as slasher movies go, this is like one of my favorite picks. Like, not all slashing and gashing as far as like a villain coming in. It's just like a psychological torment. Some people get slashed, you know, in retaliation for things that they've done wrong. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's very unique take on like a folky sort of country slasher tale. I dug it. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I appreciate y'all waiting for half the year for me to finally talk about some actual, like, you know, genres or eras of film and whatnot. Today we're talking about exploitation, basically 60s through 80s. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a good time talking about everything here, so we're going to cheers it up one more time, guys. Cheers. Oh, I've been very busy with music, as you guys can imagine. I just got back from tour with Sentinel Hill. I have another tour coming up with them in a couple months, and tons of shows in between with all my other bands and whatnot. So definitely going to get the next update up by the end of August, guys. But don't expect to see too much more of me besides the live music until then. I want to do some more stuff, guys, but it might take till September, October for me to have the fucking time to do it. So, you know, hang tight. We'll talk about horror again in at least a month. Mad love to everybody. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and there's a fucking ton of them, man. Thank you to everybody that's come and checked out the channel and given me a sub. Really appreciate you guys. So yeah, have a wonderful night. Go watch some fucking horror films. Be good to your loved ones. Be good to yourself. Have a good time. Go watch some horror movies. I probably said go watch horror movies more than once, but you know what? That's just a point I like to raise. Have a good night, y'all. Dope666 out.